Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, September 10th, 2012. Hello as well to all of the attendees at the annual reinsurance conference in Monte Carlo in southern France. We hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, big news coming out of London. The UK specialty insurer TAWA, T-A-W-A, said this morning that it is seeking potential buyers through a formal sale. It's obtained dispensation from the government that will allow bidders to remain anonymous and won't be subject to the 28-day deadline, quote, for so long as it is participating in the formal sale process. TAWA is now in an offer period and dealing disclosure regulations now apply. TAWA has a market cap of about $74 million. Last year, they made a post-tax loss of about 21.6 million US and did not pay a dividend. The company had been hit with a significant revision of its QX Re's lead paint reserving. Big news coming out of Lloyd's. This was actually sort of expected after Sue Langley decided to move on. Luke Savage has been handed the responsibility of delivering the market modernization efforts currently in effect at Lloyd's. Savage was previously the Director of Finance, Risk Management, and Operations. After being given this new role, he dropped the risk management part of his job. That's been handed over to Sean McGovern, whose directorate has now evolved into North America, General Counsel, and Risk Management. Mr. McGovern is a very busy person, there's no doubt about that. Both men are going to start their new roles today. Both Project Darwin, headed by Martin Taylor, and the group called The Exchange will come under the remit of Luke Savage now. Capitalization levels in the reinsurance sector have been a hot topic. There have been a number of stories that they're at an all-time high, forcing people to think that, in fact, what's going to happen is that reinsurers are going to have a difficult time charging more. Now, the word has begun to come out of Monte Carlo. It began yesterday. In fact, when Michael Halloran, the Aon Benfield chairman, warned that even at these capitalization levels, i.e. $480 billion, there's not enough in the coffers for what he termed the big event. That was developed a little bit further today by Swiss Re Chief Executive Michael Leese. He told an audience in Monte Carlo that the reinsurance industry faces a period of reserve deficiency as the effect of soft prices and past releases work their way through the business. According to Mr. Leese, the industry appears to have a strong capital base, but that is on a GAAP basis, generally accepted accounting principles. He believes that capital levels under GAAP are presently overstated due to the low interest environment. He says that on an economic basis, this impact is neutralized. Going forward, regulatory developments such as Solvency II and rating agency model adjustments are going to bring higher capital requirements. He had a stark warning for the industry. This is really something. A week ago, people were saying that with $500 billion in reserves, there was no problem. Now we have the chairman and president of Swiss Re saying this: after years of substantial reserve releases, reserve adequacy has deteriorated. Soft insurance rates and reserve releases have increased the probability of reserve deficiencies. A shift to negative development is likely this year or next year. Even if nothing else comes out of Monte Carlo for the next 4 days, this is going to be a very big headline. Over the weekend, it looks as if Tropical Storm Leslie had a near miss in Bermuda. It missed the island by about 145 miles. The government's national security minister said Bermuda has been blessed. Most flights were canceled at the Bermuda International Airport, but evening service from British Airways landed at about 7:15 and took off again back to London at about 9 p.m. Where's Leslie going now? Well, pay attention to this. There's a tropical storm watch in effect right now for Newfoundland. It's expected to hit there sometime tomorrow with wind speeds of at least 74 miles per hour. It's going to pick up strength as it goes over the warm waters of the Atlantic. And then on September 13th is expected to hit southwestern Iceland. That's something. Nicaragua's highest volcano belched an ash plume up to 30,000 feet into the sky on Saturday, causing the evacuation of hundreds of nearby residents. No one was injured, but the 1,750-meter high San Cristobal volcano, about 90 miles north of Managua, is said to be quite active. The The government said that they were banning civil aviation flights in the area of the volcano because of the ash cloud. And last night in Cuba, during the evening news, the country went dark. Millions of people were plunged into darkness after power went out across a wide stretch of the island. The power shutoff, affected Havana, the capital, home to about 2 million people, as well as the popular beach resort of Varadero. It was a very hot, sweltering night, knocking out air conditioning and electric fans. There was no immediate word on what caused the blackout. It struck a little after 8 o'clock. The power slowly began to come back on after about 5 hours. Last night in France, French President Francois Hollande pledged 30 billion euros in new taxes and savings to balance the budget and fund a turnaround in 2 years. Mr. Hollande, in a primetime television interview 4 months after becoming president, said that he's going to become more proactive on the economy. He said a 75% wealth tax on incomes over 1 million euros, that's about 1.28 million US, will not be diluted. It's going to stand. Holland's immediate challenge is to find about $38.5 billion in savings in the next budget, and he's going to have to lower the French forecasted growth to 0.8%. This is from a 1.2% rate that they had predicted for that year. Hollande, who famously said he, quote, does not like the rich, said $10 billion additional would come from taxes on households, especially the well-heeled. Obviously, Mr. Hollande is not running for election in this country. That would not be a winning thing to say. Roger Crombie, the well-known insurance and reinsurance journalist, has submitted his first column for CATEX Reports, where he is going to be appearing exclusively. Mr. Crombie's article will appear tomorrow in the newsletter that is sent out from this office to about 5,000 people. If you wish to get on that list, go to our website. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.